Welcome this morning, Brittany Dedrick with me, a good friend of mine for a lot of years. She's from a company ITrealsimple, and we are solving the problem today about technology. A lot of people are afraid of technology in their business, in their personal life, in a lot of things. And Brittany, you've worked with me for a long time, and you've helped me through all those fears and all those problems. And so I'm happy to have you here with me today. So today we're in a series called Behind the Scenes. This is week 1. In that series is really an introduction on why should your business have IT services managing your data in behind the scenes, right? So fitting how that works together. Brittany, welcome here. Tell me, why should a business have IT services working for them?
Most importantly, to minimize the risk for a data breach to happen within your company. That's most important.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've heard from our clients, a number of them have had data breaches, and it is a frightening experience, right? Getting rid of that risk is great, and I know you guys deal with it a ton.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so I appreciate that. Okay, what are some other things? What are some benefits of working with you guys or with a tech company that knows all those things and is seeing all that stuff all the time?
Well, you're gonna always be aware of what's out there in the latest technology, because you have a company that's all they do. That's all we focus on is technology. So that's great. Having a one-stop shop for all your technology, that's really important. You're gonna have your backups in place and everything in one spot, and that's what's important.
Right. I think really, when I wrap it up for myself, we use a service provider like you because you're the professional at doing these things, and professionals know how to solve the problems and prevent the problems, and help your business do what it should be doing from a tech side, right? I think that's maybe, you probably don't want to say that out loud, but that's what you're doing here is, hey, we're the experts, let us do it, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, awesome.
Behind
Okay.
the scenes.
Yeah, behind the scenes, right? So you work on plans to keep. You mentioned risk, right? What are some things that you use to help keep risk down in a business, so that I can kind of sleep well at night, knowing my IT, my tech is in good hands.
Yeah, number one is the disaster recovery plan. You just have to be prepared for anything, whether it be a flood, whether it be malware, ransomware getting on your network and taking everything over, hackers, that sort of stuff. The most important thing is have your backups in place, test them frequently, and know that you're safe. If you're at that point, then you're good. You're protected in every case, right?
Yeah, and I think from my experience, a number of our clients or viewers will be probably surprised at how inexpensive it actually is to have that plan in place when somebody's got you have the system in place, you've got the process, you've got the team, you have the tools and the resources, it's all there, and you do it. And I know that was surprising to me. I don't have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to have a disaster recovery plan. It's actually not that bad, right?
Especially with the cloud today, and it's made it much more affordable for businesses to be able to have that in place, right? So that's another benefit of using the cloud too.
Yeah, awesome. Great idea. Okay, so technology or IT and accounting, we're an accounting firm, but they play a really significant role together more and more as we advance in time. Tell me about that a little bit. What's the connection between us?
Every day it feels like people are relying on technology more and more, whether it be for remote access, for remote meetings, for their accounting software to be available anywhere. It's just we're becoming, instead of being behind the scenes, actually we're right with you now, and that's really great.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
That's how we're connecting.
Yeah, we've evolved a ton, both your industry and our industry over 10 years. And they cross paths like this an awful lot. So I agree. You're in our video feed all the time at the office to keep us up to date and to keep things running. Okay, awesome. Tell me a little bit about the efficiency that I can get in my business from using the right tech. I'm going to call it that. Everybody has an element of technology in their business. It might not be super complicated, and it doesn't always have to be, but it has to be right for them, I'm assuming, right? what's something that helps us with that, getting efficiency in my processes, things like that? How do you work with that stuff?
Well, I sit down with businesses and look at how they run, and how they do their job every day
Okay.
without technology in play. I'm not saying how do you use your computer. It's how do you get this piece of information to the right individual to be able to make the right decision.
Yeah, I love
How
that.
does that happen, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm going, oh, okay. Well, there's a faster way perhaps to do that, or maybe a more efficient way to do that and make that happen. Digital signatures is another great example of that. It's so much faster to get people to make a digital signature from their email versus sending a piece of paper or getting a piece of paper to them signed, right? So I mean that those little things, and they're very cost effective too. Can save lots of time and lots of admin time too, and overhead.
Yeah. Do you find that your clients struggle with that stuff a little bit? Is that automation difficult or hard to swallow, or are people reserved about doing it?
In the beginning, definitely. And that's where using an IT managed service provider that sees this stuff every day and sees what things people might struggle with when trying to move into these things, we're prepared for that. We're right there, we're holding your hand, we're showing you, and we're making this as easy as possible, simple as possible. IT real simple,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
ITrealsimple. I like that. No, absolutely, and I get that. So you said a phrase, and let's clarify it, because when I first heard it the first 10 times, I didn't know what it meant. What is an IT managed service? What does that mean to me as a business in like legit terms? What are you doing?
Uh, we are being proactive on your network. We're monitoring every single device at all times. We're ensuring your backups are in place at all times and test it. Antivirus and firewalls are in place, and we are notified if say somebody is trying to attack your network or anything like that, allowing us to be proactive versus your network gets attacked or something really bad happens, and then we're trying to pick up those pieces. The pieces are in place when you use us.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's good. I really wanted to clarify that, because it's a term that I'm like, at first I didn't know what to do with. I'm like, okay, well, I mean, I'm sure that means something, and it does, and I know what it is now after working with you for so long. But it is good, and okay. So let's talk about collaboration between you and your clients. IT Real Simple is a remote firm, right? You can work
Mhm.
from wherever you are. How does that work with your clients?
Um, we do a lot of remote calls using like Zoom, Ring Central, you name it, the software is out there.
Okay.
So we do a lot of video calls to keep in touch and that sort of thing. We have direct remote access onto the computer. We're on the phone with you. We're talking you through things, working with you directly, and ensuring things are explained properly. So
Okay.
it's easy.
Awesome. I like what you said in your phrases about understanding what's going on first, right? We use this model of understanding, then we try to simplify it, make it what it is. So understand the process, simplify, and then automate it to work for you. So what do you do when you meet a new client? You're going in to kind of do some discovery on them. That understanding part in there. What kind of questions are you asking? I'm just curious a little bit. Not all of them, but
um, the first and foremost is usually, what do you do right after you get a coffee at work every day? I know everybody gets a coffee and sits down, or tea, sit down. What do you do? What is the first thing that you do? And it's always usually Outlook. So, I mean, Outlook is a very powerful tool, and people don't know how to use it in a lot of cases when it comes to rules and flagging and organizing your life. And most businesses are running out of your emails nowadays, so you want to start there. You want to organize, and that's usually where we're starting with things, is how do you organize emails, and how are you keeping track of what needs to be done and your tasks every day, and
yeah.
and who's doing what. And we just start there. What are you doing right now? And then we look at maybe some technology and ways that could make it a little bit better than a spreadsheet, for example.
Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on a second. Let's not get after the spreadsheet. That's terrible. Okay, awesome. You know what, Brittany, that's great. I think we've covered it today in terms of our introduction. So, we're in this series behind the scenes. We've got 3 segments of this. The first one is today's segment, the introduction, right? What is IT services or managed services? I got to get it right in my head. How does it work? How does it work with accounting and your actual back end of your business? And I just want to say, worked with you for a lot of years, and you have made me have way fewer sleepless nights because of technology. I don't worry about that at all in our business. And I know we're more efficient because of it. And I know our business is actually making more money because of that effort and the things you do behind the scenes. So I want to say appreciate that. How does anybody get a hold of you if they want to, and they want to know more about this managed services? What can tech do for my business? How should I be thinking about this?
Well, you can go to our website and fill out the contact us form, ITrealsimple.com.
Okay.
You can send an email directly to sales@ITrealsimple.com, and we'll be there to help you and answer your questions.
Awesome. All right. I love it. Thanks for being here today. And I'll see you next time. And we'll be talking about tech and beyond. What is in the cloud? What's going on out there? And that'll be a lot of fun as well. So make sure you tune in for that one as well. Thanks, Brittany, for joining me today. Loved it.
Thanks for having me.
Okay. Awesome. See you later.
Bye.